We're about to enter one of the most important astrological periods in a really long time. Whatever your star sign, the universe is about to start shaking things up and is designed to take all of our lives in a different direction to what it is today. Now, maybe you've already started to notice some of the change in energy, or maybe you're already feeling like you're at a bit of a crossroads in life. But the Mercury retrograde has probably already started stirring a lot of the things up in all of us that are related to kind of what's ahead throughout the summer. So that's just kind of setting the groundwork for what is to come starting in September. Now, this post is just a preview of some of the highlights that are coming ahead. I'll cover more detail about each event and kind of what it means for you and your sign nearer the time. But obviously, if you want to know more about that, then make sure you give me a follow. Now, the reason why this period is so significant is, as a general rule of thumb in astrology, usually the closer the planet to Earth, the more we're going to feel it and the bigger impact it has. So that is Mercury, Mars and Venus, and also the moon, which I know, by the way, isn't technically a planet, but let's just keep this thing simple. And the events that are coming up ahead of us literally relate to all four, all happening all throughout this 9-month period. So during the time that this is all occurring, we're going to obviously really notice a massive difference in energy levels. And obviously this is kind of the purpose of why these things are occurring, because, you know, we're almost like the puppets on the string that the universe is kind of pulling. And that's the kind of stuff and the energy that's kind of making us want to act or react to whatever's happening. And therefore we'll obviously then make the changes in our lives as a result. So let's start firstly with the moons. Obviously, we have every month, we have a full moon and a new moon. And what we've got coming up over this period is a lot of eclipses. And eclipses, for those of you who don't know, are literally like moons, but on steroids. And I literally personally think that eclipses are one of the most important events in astrology. I've got loads and loads of posts across all my socials about why eclipses are such a big deal. But that is, I guess, the thing that's really kick-starting this time period. So first up, we're going to have eclipses in Pisces and Virgo, which are new eclipses that are starting over this period. Starting in September all the way through to 2027, there's going to be a total of 7 eclipses that are going to occur in the signs of Pisces and Virgo. And over the next 9 months, 2 of those will have taken place in that time. In addition, we've got the current eclipses that are happening in Libra and Aries that are also kind of overlapping at the same time. So there were 5 eclipses in total, and this period is going to be eclipses 4 and 5. So what you'll obviously see is that as a new storyline, a new chapter in our life is starting to begin, another one is also coming to an end. So the two will be intermingling in between this period. And then sandwiched right in between all of these eclipses is then retrogrades in Mars, Venus and in Mercury. They're literally all one after the other, all the way through winter, Christmas into the new year. And they will also be kind of overlapping in terms of their shadow periods. So what's really interesting about the time that is coming up is eclipses are all about the future and moving us forward at speed, whereas retrogrades are all about slowing things down and focusing on the past and dealing with things like unfinished business. So it will be a really interesting energy, kind of like a maybe 1 foot forward, maybe 2 steps back. And obviously this is the kind of point of why they're all occurring at the same time and why this will be such a life-changing kind of period, because it's kind of all of that stuff blurred into one, which will obviously make us take our life in a different direction because of our reactions to this stuff. So the kind of changes that I'm talking about is in this period, maybe you'll become engaged, or maybe you'll find your soulmate, or the person who you think is your soulmate may have left your life by that period and you'll be navigating life solo. Maybe you'll have moved house, become a parent in this time. Maybe today you're on the corporate 9-to-5 hamster wheel, and by May next year you're an entrepreneur and you're deciding to start your own business. So there's some of the significant life changes that I'm talking about that will occur. And if you don't believe me, this is the ideal time. If you've seen all my posts about telling people to take notes around eclipses, this is the perfect time to take stock of your life. Like, if you think of what is your life today, where do you think your life is going right now? And when you look back at least in May, you'll have seen that hopefully something significant will have shifted and will be very different to what you think it's going to be. And certainly by the time the Virgo and the Pisces eclipses are done in 2027, your life will have massively changed, because that storyline will have unfolded over that period. So there's obviously really positive things. On the slightly negative side, obviously energy is going to be intense. Now, this is usually the type of period where I'll be getting messages, people going, oh my God, what's up with the universe? Like, is something going on? And it's like, the answer is yes. Like, it's going to be going on for all of us. We're going to feel it. I'm not saying every day you'll be like crying yourself to sleep like to Celine Dion or anything like that. But, you know, there will definitely be good moments as well as maybe some astrologically intense moments. But all those kind of cranky feelings, the emotions, whatever it is stirring up is literally, as I said, the point. You know, all of this stuff is perfectly normal. So in the best way possible, try to keep calm and remember that the universe is basically on one. Between now and May 2025, like, we are no longer the drivers of this upcoming roller coaster ride. We are merely the passengers. So it's about surrendering control and just accepting, like, that the universe is going to take us where we're meant to be, and focus on the destination rather than the journey.